All right, so today let's do a deep dive into some AI investing.
Sounds good.
We've got this recent article from the Motley Fool,
Okay.
you know, the finance people.
Yeah.
And they're talking about two no-brainer AI stocks to watch for February 2025.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intriguing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, what are they talking about?
No
Well,
brainer. The Motley Fool uses Warren Buffett's investing style to make their case.
okay.
So remember Buffett's famous line about easily understandable businesses with virtually certain earnings growth?
Yeah.
So that's the framework they're using here.
So they're not looking for like these crazy startups that, you know, might explode or might just, you know, totally go bust.
Right.
They're looking for solid companies that are, you know, poised for growth, but, you know, without an outrageous price tag,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Makes sense.
And the two contenders that they highlight are
Okay.
Amazon and Meta platforms.
Okay.
Two companies that, you know, have their fingers in a lot of pies. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's interesting.
Both are already giants.
Yeah.
You know, in their respective sectors.
Right.
And they're strategically using AI to solidify their position and push even further.
Okay. Let's start with Amazon.
Okay.
The article points out, you know, their dominance in e-commerce, advertising, and cloud computing.
Yeah.
All sectors that, you know, stand to benefit massively from advancements in AI.
For sure.
And there's even a quote here from Morgan Stanley analyst Brian Nowak, calling Amazon an underappreciated leader in AI. Underappreciated, huh?
Yeah.
That piques my interest.
Well, consider how seamlessly Amazon integrates AI into its operations.
Okay.
You know, it's not just about flashy tech. It's about making the entire online shopping experience smoother.
Okay.
They're optimizing product recommendations, fine-tuning logistics, even using AI to help their programmers write more efficient code.
Wow.
And their customer service agents respond more effectively.
Okay. I'm seeing the underappreciated angle now.
Yeah.
They're not just talking about AI, you know, they're actually using AI to make their core business better.
Right.
So what about Amazon Web Services? AWS.
Yes.
It's a huge part of their business, right?
AWS is massive.
Yeah.
And it's a key part of Amazon's AI strategy.
Okay.
They're not just using AI internally, they're creating tools and services to let other businesses leverage AI
Right.
through AWS.
Right.
You know, they're offering things like Trainium and Inferentia chips,
Okay.
which are designed to be more cost-effective alternatives to NVIDIA's GPUs.
So they're going head to head with NVIDIA. You know, the big dog in AI chips.
Yeah.
That's a bold move.
It is.
Tell me more about these Trainium and Inferentia chips.
Okay.
How do they actually stack up against what NVIDIA's offering?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
While NVIDIA has been the dominant player in AI chips,
Right.
Amazon's chips are specifically designed for machine learning tasks within AWS. So this means they can potentially offer a more tailored and cost-effective solution for businesses that are already using AWS for cloud computing.
Interesting. So it's not just about raw power. It's about, you know, finding the right tool for the job.
Right.
And by being part of the AWS ecosystem, Amazon has a built-in advantage there.
Yeah.
So what other AI services are they offering through AWS?
They've also got Amazon Q,
Okay.
their software designed to automate various tasks,
Okay.
and Bedrock, a service that allows businesses to build and deploy their own generative AI applications.
Okay.
Think of Bedrock as a platform that makes it easier for companies to tap into the power of AI without needing to build everything from scratch.
So they're essentially democratizing access to AI.
Yeah.
Not just for big tech companies, but for any business that wants to leverage it.
Right.
That's a pretty powerful position to be in.
It is.
Okay, let's switch gears to Meta platforms.
Yeah.
We all know them for their social media empire, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But where does AI fit into their game plan?
AI is central to Meta's strategy,
Okay.
both for driving revenue and controlling costs.
Okay.
You know, their control over 4 of the top 7 social media platforms
Yeah.
gives them access to an incredible amount of data.
Right.
And that's crucial for their targeted advertising business,
Right.
which is their main revenue source.
Right. Targeted ads are what they're known for.
Yeah.
But are they really using AI to improve that?
Yeah.
I mean, we all see those ads that seem totally off the mark sometimes.
That's where AI comes in.
Okay.
It's about constantly refining the algorithms to make those ads more relevant and effective.
Okay.
And Meta's AI investments go beyond just ad targeting.
Okay.
They've developed their own custom AI chips called MTIA chips,
Okay.
designed specifically to handle the massive computational demands of their ad recommendation systems.
MTIA chips.
Yeah.
So they're designing their own hardware specifically for AI. I'm sensing a theme here, like Amazon with their own chips.
These custom chips help Meta process information more efficiently, which translates into cost savings and ultimately boosts their bottom line.
Okay.
It's all part of their strategy to optimize their AI infrastructure.
All right, so they're saving money and making those targeted ads even more targeted.
Right.
What about AI applications beyond advertising?
Sure.
Are they exploring anything else?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Meta AI,
Okay.
their conversational assistant, is already a big player with a huge user base, and it's expected to grow even further.
Okay.
They're also investing in open source AI models, like their Llama models, which have been making waves in the AI community.
So they're not putting all their eggs in the advertising basket.
Right.
They're branching out and exploring different avenues within AI.
Yeah.
But all this AI research and development must be costing a fortune, right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Meta is projected to increase their capital expenditure to a whopping $65 billion in 2025.
Wow.
A significant jump from $39 billion in 2024.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, a large portion of that is earmarked for AI investments, both for their core business and for new ventures in generative AI.
Wow, that's a serious commitment to AI.
It is.
But what if these AI ventures don't pan out as they expect?
Right.
That's a lot of money to gamble.
It's a valid concern. There's always an element of risk involved in any investment.
Of course.
Especially in a field as dynamic as AI.
Right.
But Meta seems confident that these investments will pay off in the long run.
Okay.
In fact, portfolio manager Dan Niles recently commented that Meta is using AI more effectively than any other company in the Magnificent Seven.
Oh, wow.
A group that includes tech giants like Apple and Microsoft.
So they're not just throwing money at AI.
No.
They seem to be using it strategically and seeing tangible results.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see why the Motley Fool calls these no-brainer stocks.
Yeah.
But before we jump to conclusions, we need to dig into their financials and see if their valuations are justified. We need to analyze their projected earnings growth.
Right.
And compare that to their current valuations.
Yeah.
That'll give us a better idea of whether these companies are truly undervalued and poised for significant growth.
Exactly.
Let's start with Amazon.
Okay.
What are the analysts predicting for their earnings growth in the coming years?
Analysts are forecasting a...
So not a steal.
Right.
But not outrageously overpriced either.
Right.
Okay, what about Meta?
Right.
What's the outlook for their earnings growth?
Okay.
And how does their valuation compare to Amazon's?
Analysts predict Meta's earnings to grow by about 6% in 2025. While that's significantly lower than Amazon's projected growth, it's still a respectable figure.
Okay.
As for their valuation, Meta is currently trading at 29 times its earnings.
That seems relatively high compared to their projected growth rate.
Yeah.
Is that a cause for concern?
It's something to consider.
Okay.
However, remember that Meta has a history of exceeding earnings estimates.
Okay.
Plus, the digital advertising market is expected to grow significantly in the coming years.
Right.
Which could benefit Meta tremendously.
So even though their projected growth might seem modest compared to Amazon, there's potential for them to outperform expectations and justify their current valuation.
Right.
But of course, no investment is without risk.
Of course not.
What are some of the potential downsides or challenges that Amazon and Meta could face in the coming years?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Let's break those down one by one.
Sounds good. Let's start with Amazon.
Okay.
What are some of the headwinds they might encounter?
For Amazon, competition is always a factor.
Right.
You know, there are other major players in cloud computing and e-commerce.
Sure.
All vying for market share.
Of course.
They also face the constant scrutiny of regulators.
Right.
Especially when it comes to antitrust concerns.
So maintaining their dominance won't be a walk in the park.
Right.
They've got to constantly innovate and stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
What about Meta?
Okay.
What risks do they face?
Meta's biggest risk is their reliance on advertising revenue.
Okay.
Any downturn in the advertising market could significantly impact their bottom line.
Makes sense.
They also face ongoing concerns about privacy and data security,
right,
as well as competition from other social media platforms that are constantly evolving.
All right, so we've got these two powerhouse companies,
Yeah.
both making bold moves in the AI space.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I think it's important to step back and consider the bigger picture.
I agree.
Like beyond just these two companies.
Yeah.
You know, the AI landscape is vast
It is.
and constantly evolving.
For sure.
There are numerous other companies and sectors that are poised to be disrupted or transformed by AI in the coming years.
Absolutely.
That's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
We've only just begun to scratch the surface of AI's potential.
For sure.
So for you listening, think about this. Beyond these two giants, what other industries or sectors do you think are ripe for disruption or transformation by AI?
Yeah.
What are you keeping an eye on?
It's a question worth pondering.
Yeah.
We've laid the groundwork with Amazon and Meta, but the AI revolution is far from over.
It's just getting started.
There's a whole world of possibilities out there.
Yeah.
And the companies that can effectively harness the power of AI are the ones that stand to reap the biggest rewards.
And for investors, too.
Yeah.
Who can identify those companies that are going to, really ride that wave of AI innovation.
Yeah.
So
Lots to think about.
lots to think about for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment.
Sounds good.
It's fascinating to think about how quickly the landscape of AI investing can change. What seems like a sure bet today could be a completely different story tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. That's the nature of investing in emerging technologies. It's
Yeah.
all about staying informed and being able to adapt as the market shifts.
Right. Speaking of staying informed, there's been a development recently that's really shaken up the AI chip market.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Remember how we were talking about Amazon going head-to-head with NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like another contender has entered the arena.
You're talking about DeepSeek, right?
Exactly. DeepSeek, this up-and-coming AI chip maker, has been making waves.
Interesting.
They've managed to develop chips that offer comparable performance to NVIDIA's GPUs,
Okay.
but at a significantly lower price point.
Wow.
It's got to have NVIDIA sweating a bit.
It's definitely a significant development.
Yeah.
NVIDIA has long been the dominant player in AI chips.
Right.
But DeepSeek's entry into the market adds another layer of competition.
Right.
And their focus on affordability could be a game changer, especially for smaller businesses and startups looking to leverage AI.
So how does DeepSeek's emergence affect our discussion about Amazon and Meta?
Mm-hmm.
Are their AI chip strategies still viable with this new player on the scene?
It's definitely something to consider.
Yeah.
Amazon, with its Trainium and Inferentia chips,
Right.
is aiming to offer a more cost-effective alternative within the AWS ecosystem.
Right.
But now they're not just competing with NVIDIA, they have to contend with DeepSeek as well.
So it's a three-way race now.
It is.
What do you think? Can Amazon's chips hold their own against this new challenger?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
Amazon definitely has the resources and the engineering talent to compete.
Right.
And their integration with AWS gives them a distinct advantage.
Yeah.
However, DeepSeek is coming in strong,
Yeah.
and they're clearly targeting the same market segment.
Uh-huh.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
This adds another layer of complexity for potential investors, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It underscores the importance of diversification,
Right.
even if you believe in a company's long-term potential.
Yeah.
It's wise to spread your investments across different companies and sectors within the AI space.
So should investors be looking beyond Amazon and Meta when considering AI investments?
Mm-hmm.
What other companies or areas of AI development are worth exploring?
There's a whole universe of opportunities out there.
Okay.
While Amazon and Meta are strong contenders,
Right.
they're not the only players in the game.
Right.
The AI landscape is vast,
Uh-huh.
and it's constantly expanding.
Okay, give me some examples. Where should investors be looking beyond these big tech companies?
Let's start with healthcare.
Okay.
It's a sector that's ripe for disruption and innovation,
Yeah.
and AI is playing an increasingly important role.
I've heard a lot about AI being used in healthcare.
Yeah.
What are some specific examples?
Companies are using AI for everything from drug discovery and personalized medicine to medical imaging analysis and robotic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and insights that would be impossible for humans to detect on their own.
Right.
This can lead to faster drug development,
Okay.
more accurate diagnoses,
Yeah.
and even personalized treatment plans tailored to an individual's genetic makeup.
It sounds like AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare as we know it.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And then there's the financial sector,
Oh,
which is also being transformed by AI.
Yeah, how so?
We're already seeing AI being used to detect fraud, assess credit risk, automate trading, and provide personalized financial advice.
So even our personal finances could be managed by AI in the future.
It's not just a possibility. It's already happening.
Really?
Robo-advisors powered by AI algorithms are becoming increasingly popular, offering automated investment advice and portfolio management.
Wow, the potential applications of AI seem almost limitless.
They do.
What other areas are you excited about?
Another exciting area is autonomous driving.
Oh, yeah, self-driving cars.
Companies are investing heavily in developing self-driving cars, trucks, and even delivery robots.
Okay.
This technology has the potential to revolutionize transportation and logistics,
Yeah.
making our roads safer and more efficient.
It's incredible to think about all the ways AI is changing our world.
It is.
It's exciting, but also a bit intimidating.
I understand it's both exhilarating and challenging.
Right.
The key is to approach AI with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to adapt.
Yeah.
This technology is here to stay,
Right.
and it's going to continue to shape our lives in profound ways.
Because for our listeners who are interested in exploring AI investment opportunities, yeah,
What advice would you give them? It seems like there's so much to consider.
my advice would be to approach it like any other investment.
Okay.
Do your research.
Right.
Don't just jump on the bandwagon of the latest hyped-up AI company.
Right.
Take the time to understand the underlying technology, the company's business model, and the competitive landscape.
And don't forget about diversification, right?
Exactly. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Spread your investments across different companies and sectors within the AI space.
Oh.
This will help mitigate risk and potentially increase your chances of success.
It sounds like investing in AI isn't for the faint of heart.
Yeah, that's true.
It requires a certain level of risk tolerance.
That's true. But it also offers the potential for significant rewards for those who are willing to embrace the uncertainty and ride the wave of AI innovation.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've talked about DeepSeek's disruption of the AI chip market,
Yeah.
the potential of AI in healthcare, finance, and autonomous driving.
Right.
And the importance of diversification for investors.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I think it's crucial to remember that AI is not just about technological advancements and investment opportunities.
I agree.
It's also about the impact it has on society as a whole.
You're absolutely right. We need to be mindful of the broader implications of AI as it becomes more powerful and pervasive in our lives.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about the impact of AI on the creative industries.
Okay.
It's an area that's often overlooked in discussions about AI,
Yeah.
but it's one that's ripe for disruption and transformation.
I'm glad you brought this up. It's a fascinating area.
Yeah.
Traditionally, we've viewed creativity as a uniquely human trait,
Right.
but AI is challenging that notion.
I've seen some incredible examples of AI-generated art and music lately.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing to see what AI can create. But does this mean that AI will eventually replace human artists?
That's a question that's being debated fiercely in the creative community.
Yeah.
Some believe that AI will ultimately augment human creativity.
Allowing artists to push the boundaries of their imagination and explore new creative frontiers.
Uh-huh.
They see AI as a tool that can enhance human expression, not replace it.
While others fear that AI will devalue human creativity, making art and music more commoditized and accessible, potentially leading to a loss of originality and authenticity.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers,
Yeah.
but it's a conversation we need to have as AI continues to evolve.
Right.
We need to grapple with its impact on all aspects of our lives,
Right.
including our creative endeavors. How will AI redefine what it means to be creative?
Yeah.
How will it reshape the relationship between artists and their audiences?
Uh-huh.
These are questions we'll need to explore further.
It sounds like AI is not just a technological revolution, it's a cultural revolution as well.
Precisely. And as with any revolution,
Right.
there will be winners and losers,
Yeah.
and there will be unforeseen consequences.
So how should we navigate this uncharted territory? What are the key questions we should be asking ourselves as we grapple with the impact of AI on creativity and the arts?
We need to start by acknowledging that AI is not just a tool.
Okay.
It's a force that's reshaping our understanding of creativity itself. We need to ask ourselves, what does it mean to be creative in an age of AI? How can we foster human creativity alongside AI? How can we ensure that AI is used to enhance and expand creative expression rather than limit it?
These are profound questions.
They are.
And it's clear that we're just beginning to explore the complex relationship between AI and creativity, but one thing's for sure, this is a conversation that's only going to get more important as AI continues to evolve.
Absolutely. The future of creativity in an AI-driven world is something we need to be thinking about and discussing actively.
Okay, so we've explored the potential of AI in various industries, the challenges it presents to investors, and the broader societal implications, including its impact on the creative arts. But before we wrap up this episode, let's zoom out even further and consider the global implications of AI.
That's a crucial aspect of this discussion. AI is not bound by geographical borders. Its development and deployment are happening on a global scale,
Right.
and the implications are far-reaching.
So it's not just a competition between companies like Amazon, Meta, and DeepSeek. It's also a competition between nations.
Exactly. Countries around the world are recognizing the transformative potential of AI, and they're investing heavily in research and development to gain a competitive edge. The United States and China, in particular, are vying for leadership in this technological race.
It sounds like we're entering a new era of technological rivalry.
No way, yes.
With AI at the center stage.
But it's not just about competition.
Okay.
There's also a growing recognition that international collaboration is essential for responsible AI development. We need to establish global norms and standards to guide the ethical use of AI and ensure that it benefits humanity as a whole.
So it's not just about who develops the most advanced AI, it's about how we use it responsibly and ethically.
Right.
What does that look like in practice?
It means addressing issues like bias in AI algorithms, ensuring transparency and accountability in AI systems, and safeguarding human rights in the age of AI.
Right.
It also means fostering dialogue and cooperation between countries to create a framework for global AI governance.
It sounds like a daunting task.
It is.
Considering the geopolitical tensions that exist between nations, how can we achieve this level of collaboration?
It's definitely a challenge, but there are organizations and initiatives working towards this goal.
Oh, okay, like what?
The Partnership on AI, for example, brings together leading AI researchers and companies from around the world to collaborate on developing best practices and promoting responsible AI development.
Okay.
And the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence,
Okay.
an intergovernmental initiative,
Yeah.
aims to foster international cooperation on AI policy and governance.
So there's hope that we can navigate this complex terrain and steer AI in a direction that benefits all of humanity.
There is.
But it requires a collective effort and a willingness to work together.
Absolutely. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future we're creating together through our choices and actions.
Okay, that's a powerful thought we've explored a lot in this episode.
Yeah, we have.
From the investment potential of AI to its impact on creativity and the need for global cooperation.
For sure.
It's clear that AI is a force that's reshaping our world in profound ways.
It is.
And it's a topic that demands our attention and engagement.
Well said. We encourage our listeners to continue exploring this fascinating and complex topic.
Yeah.
The more we understand about AI,
Right.
the better equipped we'll be to navigate its challenges and seize its opportunities.
And maybe some of you listening will be inspired to become the next generation of AI innovators,
That'd be great.
shaping the future of this transformative technology.
That'd be fantastic.
Hmm.
The world needs bright minds working on AI,
Yeah.
driven by a sense of purpose and a commitment to ethical development.
So to all our listeners out there, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep pushing for an AI-powered future that benefits all of humanity.
Well said.
We'll be right back after a quick message.
All right, we're back. And, we've talked about a lot in terms of AI investing.
Yeah.
Specific companies like Amazon and Meta,
Right.
exploring different sectors being impacted by AI, even, touch on the need for global cooperation in AI development.
For sure.
But I think before we wrap things up completely,
Yeah.
there's one more crucial aspect of AI investing we need to discuss.
I agree. We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah,
But it's important to remember that AI investing isn't just about identifying companies with promising technologies or impressive growth projections.
right. It's also about understanding the risks involved
Yeah.
and being able to assess those risks effectively.
Exactly.
Like any investment, AI investments come with their own unique set of challenges and uncertainties.
For sure.
And one of the biggest risks in AI investing, I think, is the rapid pace of innovation.
Oh, absolutely.
The field is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And what seems like a cutting-edge technology today could be obsolete tomorrow. Yeah, that's a big one.
So how can investors mitigate that risk? Is it even possible to stay ahead of the curve in such a dynamic field?
It's definitely a challenge.
Yeah.
but there are things investors can do.
Okay.
One key is to focus on companies that have a strong track record of innovation and a clear vision for the future.
Okay.
Look for companies that are not just developing AI technologies,
Right.
but also actively integrating those technologies into their core business operations.
So it's not just about the tech itself.
Yeah.
It's about how a company is applying that tech to solve real-world problems
Exactly.
and create value.
Yeah.
What else should investors consider when assessing the risks of AI investments?
Another important factor is the regulatory landscape.
Okay.
AI is a powerful technology,
Yeah.
and governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate its development and use.
Uh-huh.
Changes in regulations could have a significant impact on AI companies and their valuations.
So investors need to keep a close eye on the regulatory environment and be prepared for potential shifts in policy.
Yeah, it's a constantly moving target.
It sounds like AI investing requires a lot of research and due diligence.
It does.
Are there any other red flags investors should watch out for?
One thing to be wary of is hype.
Okay.
AI is a hot topic right now,
It is.
and there's a lot of hype surrounding it.
Yeah.
Some companies may overstate their AI capabilities or make unrealistic promises about future growth.
Right.
Investors need to be skeptical and look beyond the hype to assess the true potential of an AI company.
So it's about separating the signal from the noise,
Exactly.
really digging into a company's fundamentals and understanding their long-term strategy.
For sure.
It sounds like AI investing is not for the faint of heart.
It's definitely not a passive investment.
No.
It requires active engagement, ongoing research, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty.
Right.
But for those who are willing to put in the effort, AI investing offers the potential for significant rewards.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into AI. We've explored the investment potential,
Yeah.
the challenges, the ethical considerations, and the global implications of this transformative technology.
For sure.
As we wrap up, what key takeaways would you leave our listeners with?
I think the main takeaway is that AI is a force that's shaping our world in profound ways.
Yeah.
It's impacting every aspect of our lives, from the way we work and communicate to the way we think and create, and it's only going to become more influential in the years to come.
So it's essential to stay informed,
Yeah,
engage in the conversation, and be proactive in shaping the future of AI.
absolutely.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it and what kind of world we want to create with it.
Exactly. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It's up to us to ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
Well said. So to all our listeners out there, keep learning,
Yeah,
keep questioning,
for sure.
and keep pushing for an AI-powered future that's ethical, equitable, and sustainable.
Absolutely.
And remember, the future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future we're creating together.
That's a great point. To end on the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make sure we shape it wisely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring.